Now today we'll move on the feedback session, and I want to start from what does this mean in practice, so I will give you first general overview of what does it mean to have a feedback, and how the feedback is organized in management consulting companies. In order to do first of all, feedback is a type of culture that you nurture in your organizations. So you talk with your manager and sometimes with your partner, but typically it's between the manager and the consultant, where it's a two-avenue street. So it's not one directional. So the feedback does not go from me to you only, but vice versa. Feedback goes from you to me. You tell me where I am, and we always do the feedback in a positive reinforcement manner. Basically, we say what is good with you, and then we tell you, okay, this is what is good, and this is where you need improvement, or you need to improve. So, and again, you are encouraged to do the same thing with your manager. Basically, tell her or tell him, listen, you are not giving me good direction. I mean, you are very good, but you are not giving me good direction. Sometimes, I don't understand what I need to do, and whatever it is. And in order to do a structured type of feedback, and we talk about that in consulting, we are all structured. You need to be organized, you need to be structured, you need to be clear on what actually you are talking to your team. Typically the consulting companies are developing their leadership development model. So leadership development model is some type of a North Star for the organization, where the organization sees their employees developing, and for me, when I started the consulting, it was not quite clear, how does it mean, what does it mean, how should I use it, and maybe I didn't understand it for the first time. It was not probably presented in a way that would bring value for me personally. And I think I have underestimated the importance of LDM, Leadership Development Model, within the organizations. But now I'm all the time emphasizing the importance, and I'm saying, listen, it is critical, important for us to understand what LDM we have and how to live it on a daily basis. So basically that we help you thrive into the organization, and we help you develop skills that we want you to have. And on this page I have just put key type of leadership components, leadership development models, components that organizations have. They think about leadership and innovation, whether that you need to strive into the dimension of leadership and innovation, ethical and cultural alignment, how you collaborate between your teams, how good you are on project deliveries. Then you have different dimensions like client satisfaction, business development, utilization rate, professional development, and collaboration with colleagues. That's like an overall page that illustrates what can be the different types of dimensions that a typical organization would like to put into their leadership development model. But we went further, and basically we developed our own leadership development model, which is basically based on our understanding and our vision of how we would like you to strive, how we would like you to think about what would be your role as a consultant within our company, if you decide to stay and to develop your careers from here. So first of all, again, ALDM, it's a North Star guiding the professional growth of consultants and leaders within MISI Solutions, building on our LMC Academy curriculum. So that's the key stuff. Why do we need it? We want you to become well-rounded consultants across all dimensions of our leadership development model. And we want you to stick and to live the LDM, on a daily basis. So basically we are developing a culture, organizational culture, that is going to be staying with you on a daily basis. So basically to help you think about this on a daily basis. To do that, what we have done, this is illustration of basically how we start. We pick you up from the LMC Academy. We basically set the foundations for consultants. We have 3 levels actually, 1 to 3. From each level, consultant 1 to 3, then consultant 3 basically is all more or less junior manager. Junior manager goes to become engagement manager and senior engagement manager, and then it can move to the principal level. For us, this is all still early because we still have a senior manager, but it's early. We are the main focus for us is really on the consultant level stage. So we train you at LMC for you to become from consultant 0 to become consultant 1. And when you become consultant 1, we expect that actually you can be contributing to your teams, working with clients. But once you become consultant 2, you are super capable. When you become consultant 3, you are already junior manager. And in our case, if typical advance in a consulting career happens for 6 months, this is the time that consulting companies are considering for a relevant time for a consultant to grow from one to another stage. Here we advance much faster, because we work on a even faster speed, and of course we don't have many people, so we need to identify those that has the biggest potential and to support them to grow faster. This I don't know how it will be as we move on, but for now it goes quite fast. Building the leadership development model requires for the organization to have a corporate culture, and our corporate culture has 3 core values that will be relevant for your personal leadership development model. And that's, the first is excellence in delivery, the second is growth mindset, and the third is integrity in action. And these are for us the key core values. Then within each of these key core values, we have subsets, like in excellence in delivery, we want you to focus on clarity and structure. We want you to focus on excellence and speed. We want you to think about your technical expertise for certain areas. The same for the growth mindset. We encourage you to challenge. So one of our values is courage to challenge. So whenever you have chance to challenge, do it. Don't just swallow it because it's easy. No, just push it further. We want you to continuously learn and innovate. That will be super important for you to understand as we move on. And integrity in action is, of course, we are all accountable and reliable, and we protect our clients' trust and confidentiality. So these are the values that, of course, I will share all this with you, but this is how we assess the importance of our team members. And once we have these core values, then we have our dimensions of the leadership development model. So basically, we are taking these core values across the dimensions of our leadership development model. And we have 6 dimensions. We have a consulting toolkit, project delivery, utilization rate, professional development, collaboration with colleagues, and leadership and innovation. So, and you can see that within each of these dimensions, we have assigned a different percentage. So for example, for us, consulting toolkit is the basis, but we value it as a 15% out of the total weight. Project delivery we value for 20%. Utilization rate is also 20%. Professional development is 15%. Collaboration with colleagues is 15%, and leadership and innovation is 50%. So the idea is that each of these dimensions capture what you need to develop in order to move from one to another phase of your consulting journey. And we will talk as we move on more about this, but let's say on the consulting toolkit, that's the most important dimension for you for now, that we are looking at the consultants, whether they develop slides that are visually structured, logically sequenced, adhere to MISI page elements concepts, to ensure that content is clear, accurate, and precisely capture the communication intent, participates actively in the problem-solving sessions and contributes structured thinking, initiate and facilitates problem-solving sessions independently when required, builds coherent, insight-driven storylines from raw input. So all these are phases, basically. You just need to think about that. This is how you will be developing your consulting toolkit. Again, we do not expect that, of course, you will all have know this immediately, but as you grow, we want to tick each of these boxes and to say, aha, okay, she has done this, she has done that, here she can improve, and so on. And basically, based on this, we assess how you progress. And we do two types of evaluation. First, we do evaluation. We ask you to do your self-evaluation against the consulting model, leadership development model. So you assess your own skills, and we say, okay, put your best bet about how good are you in your consulting toolkit. And then your manager is also, and your team members are assessing you. So they are telling for you, again, anonymously without anyone knowing, how they perceive how good each one of you is. And we strive to build the organization as meritocracy. I mean, that's, again, super important concept in consulting, that it's not because I like you or somebody else like me. No, it's really about what are the merits that you bring to the organization, and that is how you advance. And we need all to understand that not to understand, but we need to see that this is actually what is happening. So it's not only theory, no, but it is practice. So you see that colleagues are moving because they have completely different parts of the leadership development model that actually can assure us that we are moving to the next stage.